Hey neighbor, welcome back to ARTV. My name is John, and it's time for a review of the third album by the Icelandic rock band KALEO. It's called Surface Sounds, and I was kind of surprised at how long it took to follow up their 2016 effort AB. That was an album that, as the title would imply, was kind of split down the middle in terms of moods. They played to the blues rock side, they also showed off their more acoustic inclinations, and on this new record, Surface Sounds, it feels like there was a lot of tension with their record label that is explored extensively through the use of metaphors on this new album. And I was hoping for a bit more. I went into it blind, having not heard a single, and now after having sat with the album for a few listens here, a few listens there, in different moods at different times of the day, I'm finding it hard to have a strong opinion one way or the other. Let's take it back in time just a bit, because I did review their album AB on the channel. It was 2017 before I got to it, a little late to the party there, but I was kind of obsessed with their song Way Down We Go. The live performances, JJ Julia's son, their lead singer's voice, it's got this booming quality to it, like I would be scared if this man yelled at me, but he also shows off a softer side, so I could appreciate that. I liked what they were laying down, and it was clear that even though they were from Iceland, they were taking on more of an American, rootsy, bluesy rock type of feel. That album was almost 5 years ago, and not a ton happened in that time frame between. Until early 2020, they started dropping some of the singles. They weren't on my radar at all. I didn't know they were putting out new music, which is never a good sign for a rock band signed to a major label. And those creative struggles behind the scenes, maybe strings were being pulled, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but this album comes off kind of sounding like a clone of AB, where the first 5 or 6 songs focus on the bluesy, harder, classic-styled rock, and the other 5, they show off a bit more of their softer, more introspective side. I'm mainly covering this album because I got a lot of requests to do so. A lot of people really appreciated, I think, that I checked out and covered their debut, and it's nice to see that they have built up such a strong following. I have immense respect for their live show capabilities. I love the fact that they're playing in front of literal volcano eruptions. It's very cool, but at the end of the day, I just don't see how I could give this more of a pass or a stronger reasoning that I did the Greta Van Fleet album last week, The Battle at Garden's Gate. That was their sophomore album. That one showed a lot more growth. It showed that they were willing to try new things, and KALEO on their second major label album are just kind of floating in the water, not really sinking, but also not really rising way above the top. To focus on the positives for a moment, I really did like the opening track, Brother Run Fast. Right out of the gate, it's kind of a warning shot fired in the air. JJ sounds fantastic on the vocals. I like the build in this song. It also kind of foreshadows the fact that they do love to have that kind of minimal start where there's a spotlight on the vocals, and then slowly the drums break their way in, and then finally a bigger chorus by the time all is said and done. They have a formula for KALEO, and damn, it does work, but it also gets tedious by the end. I'm just saying that it totally works on Brother Run Fast. Alter Ego is a straight-up classic rock, blues rock fest, and it totally works. I love the gargantuan riff on this thing. I will say that production-wise, the guitar solo, while they definitely turned it up to 11, and it's great to see them rocking out, it could have been turned down just a bit because it borders on the line of ear rape. I mean, the song is still great, but damn, my right ear especially was exploding. The closing track, Into My Mother's Arms, is probably one of the best songs that they've ever crafted. In fact, it's one of the first songs that's made me cry in 2021, a brand new song. I just really sense this deep-seated emotion where JJ and the rest of the band feel very defeated, whether that be with the label or with life itself, and you just want to revert to this childlike state and crawl back to your mother's arms, because back in those days when you were small, Mom could make everything better, and it just kind of had me reflecting. It got me in the feels, and I have to say extremely well done on that one. I Walk on Water sounds very neutered and also kind of faux inspirational, as it borders on trying to do a lot of things but not really saying anything in the process. I think that a lot of these songs, they do sound fun, but they're also kind of in one ear, out the other. That's the recurring nightmare problem for KALEO, is the fact that they are in their comfort zone so hard that that only fans that are directly just wanting exactly what they did before are going to truly love this album. Hey Gringo, on the other hand, was very cringy. I really hate the lyrics on this song. In fact, I just found myself wanting to pass it over very quickly, wanting it to be done with. My Fair Lady, I couldn't give two shakes about. It's another issue where it's kind of just pacing itself to be forgotten very quickly. I will say that there were a few other cuts that I did enjoy. I thought that Break My Baby was good. I liked the chorus on the track. I liked the comparison between sex and also a relationship with their label, maybe their management, and there being conflict, and maybe the label or the girl is faking it. He can't tell what is real and what isn't. So I can empathize to a degree, and I'm not sure how much meddling there was from the label, but we have to probably assume that there was a lot, and maybe the label just wanted a copy of AB since it did so well and is certified gold in the States. This album took a long time to come out, but it's going to take a quick time to kind of forget, except for some of those highlights. So check out the description down below if you want to stream the album for yourself, if you want to see my favorite and least favorite songs. I wasn't feeling too strongly about this album one way or the other. It does have badass album art. I like the live performances and the videos that went along with it, but KALEO just kind of cloned themselves again with the success of AB, and I'm feeling a very light 3 out of 5 for Surface Sounds. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to drop a like, whether you agree or disagree. It's all just my opinion at the end of the day, so let me know yours in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell if you happen to be new to the channel, and if you would like to support me on Patreon, then it's the top link down below. Shout out to my current $75 a month patrons, Dayton, Hamilton, Brandon, Barenfeld, and Sombre Artist. All of my socials can be found in the description, a couple of recent videos, including my review of AB on screen now, and I'll be back soon for more on ARTV.